Good afternoon, students. Today we will be starting with the second part of house property, where we will be studying some questions and also the deductions which will be given under section 24B. So let's start. So what does the question say? The question says that calculate the net annual value from the following. Municipal value has been given. The municipal value is 3,000 per month. So it will be municipal value will be how much? 3,000 into 12, that is 36,000, right? Fair rental value has been given. Yes, so we write fair rental value M.F. Hussain as we say. Fair rental value 3250 per month. That means it is 39,000. We are multiplying it by 12 as nothing has been provided. Okay. So we will be taking higher of this two. Higher of this two will be how much? 39,000, right? And since 6, now standard rent. Standard rent has been given? No, nothing has been provided. Yes. So we take lower of higher amount, and the standard rent we take the lower amount as expected rent. Yes. So expected rent will be 39,000 only. 39,000 only. So M.F. Hussain 6 elegance, and now actual rent. Actual rent. Actual rent is how much? 4,000 per month. That means we get 48,000. 48,000, and we will be taking higher of this two. Here we take lower of this two. Yes. So our gross annual value comes to be 48,000. Right? Gross annual comes to be 48,000. It's 48,000. Okay. So we are also being given the municipal tax, and municipal tax is being provided in municipal value. 15% of municipal value will be how much? 15% of 36,000, and it comes to be 5,400. 5,400. That is the municipal tax. Yes. So we get the net annual value. Net annual value is how much? I'm writing it out here. We get 40800. Yes, so this is our net annual value. Understood? This 5,400 we have got by multiplying 15% with 36,000. Okay, I hope it is clear. Next, let's move to the next question. So what does the question says? Find the income from house property for Mr. Z. Municipal value has been provided. Okay, this is 30,000. 30,000. Then fair rent is also been provided. 35,000. And we will be taking higher of this two. Yes, so it will be 35,000. Then we will be taking the standard rent. It's been provided. Standard rent is how much? 30,000. And we take lower of this two. Yes, as expected rent. Our expected rent will be 30,000. Now actual rent. For actual rent, you see whether we have been provided with any vacancy and unrealized rent. Yes, we have provided. Yes, we have unrealized rent of 7,000. That means we have not received from the annual rent 40,000. We have not received 7,000. So what we will be doing, we will be deducting from the 42,000. Okay, we will be deducting this 7,000. That is the unrealized rent. Unrealized rent. We will be deducting 7,000, and we will be getting an amount of 35,000. Yes, 35. Okay, 35,000. And we also have a period of vacancy of 1 month. So for this 1 month, we'll have to find what is the rent for 1 month. For that, what we will be doing? 42,000 divided by 12. We will be getting the 1 month rent, that is 3,500. Yes. So for 1 month vacancy also we will be deducting. Yes. 3,500, and we get an amount of 31,000. We will be writing it out here. Okay. This side. 31,500. So from this expected and actual rent, we take the higher value. Yes, take the higher value. So the gross annual value comes out to be how much? 31,500. And the question will also be provided the municipality tax. We will be deducting the municipal tax also. This 1,500, and we are left out with the amount of 30,000. This is our net annual value, right? So I hope you have understood it. So this question says Mr. Raghu has a house property in Delhi, okay, whose municipal value is 1 lakh. Okay, let us write the municipal value. How much? It's 1 lakh. And fair value has also been given. Okay, fair rent is how much? Fair rent is 1,20,000. 1,20,000. Yes. It was self-occupied by R from 1/4/2020 to 31/7/2020. Okay. So with effect from 1/8/2020, it was let out. For let out part, we will have to find the net annual value. As we know, for self-occupied, the NAV will also always be what? Nil. Yes, it will be nil. So no need to find out for the self-occupied part. We will be finding from with effect from 1/8/2020. Okay, if this is 9. On this month only it is being let out. Okay, so MF, okay, done. One municipal value, fair value of higher of this we will be taking higher of this two, that is 1,20,000. Yes, 1,20,000. Then standard rent has been provided. No, standard rent has not been provided. If standard rent is not provided, let it be. So it will be how much? Expected rent will be the same amount. Yes, be 1,20,000 only. 1,20,000. Yes. Now we need to find the actual rent. Actual rent. So from with effect from 1/8/2020 to 31st March. Okay. 1/8. This is August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So it comes to be 8 months. Yes. So the actual rent will be 9,000 into, later, right? 9,000 into 8 equal be, right? So it comes out to be 72,000. 72,000. Yes. So we will be taking higher of these two to find out the gross annual value. The gross annual value comes out to be 1,20,000. Yes, 1,20,000. From this gross annual value and municipality tax has been given. Compute the annual value for the house. Municipality tax has not been provided. Nothing has been said, right? So we'll be keeping till here only gross annual value. If something would have been provided about the municipality tax, then we would have deducted it from the gross annual value. Gross annual value minus the municipality tax. We will be getting the net annual value. since nothing has been provided in the question about the municipality tax, so leave it in this part only. Okay. For getting the deductions under the interest on home loan for self-occupied property, some conditions are to be fulfilled. Okay. So what are the conditions? Let us see. So before that, see, with our net annual value of a self-occupied property is what? Nil. Yes. And after this, finding out the NAV, we also get some deductions under section 24A. That is the standard deduction of 30%. Yes. But for the self-occupied property, it will be 0 only, as the NAV is nil. But under section 24B, we get deduction for interest on what? Loan. Yes, we get deduction for interest on loan. So for getting the deduction, how much we will get deduction? Whether we will get 2 lakh rupees or 30,000. For finding out that, we will be seeing whether the conditions have been fulfilled or not. So for that, say for example, I have taken a loan of 5 lakh rupees in 2015. Okay, and it is for construction of my house. Construction of my house. Okay, and it is completed. The construction has been completed in 2020. So let's see whether the criteria was being fulfilled and how much deduction we will be getting. Okay, for my interest on loan of 5 lakh. So first condition is that the home loan must be for purchase and construction of property. It is for construction of house, that means this criteria is fulfilled. The next criteria is that loan must be taken on or after 1st April 1999. Is it fulfilled? It has been taken in 2015. Yes, that means it is fulfilled. After 1st April 1999, we have taken the loan. And the purchase or construction must be completed within 5 years. And my construction is completed within 5 years because in 2015 I have taken the loan. In 2020 it has been completed. 5 years. Yes, within 5 years it has been completed. So I am applicable for a interest on loan deduction of how much? 2 lakh. Okay, of 2 lakh rupees I am applicable for deductions. I will get a deduction of 2 lakh rupees on my house property because all the criteria has been fulfilled. If from here, say I have taken the loan in the year 1998, okay, and my house has been completed on say 2001, okay. So how much deduction will be getting if this is the condition that I have taken a loan of 5 lakh on 1998? So it is before 1999. So I will not get 2 lakh deduction. I will be getting deduction of 30,000. Okay, instead of 2 lakh, I will be getting deduction of 30,000 if these conditions are not fulfilled. Any one condition if not fulfilled, then we will be getting 30,000 deduction. But if our question mentions only that our loan amount is 1 lakh, I will not get a deduction of 2 lakh. In that time, I will get a deduction of 1 lakh only. That means maximum we will get deduction of 2 lakh or 30,000, whichever is the case. Understood till here? And also one thing you need to remember that the loan amount should not be for renovation purpose. It should only for construction and purchase of house property. It should not be for renovation. If it is for renovation, we will not be getting the deduction under section 24B. Clear? Now, if we need to take deductions under section 24B for our house property which has been let out, the conditions are different. It was the earlier was for self-occupied, now it is for let out house property. See, for let out house property, it doesn't matter whether we have taken the loan for purchase, construction, repair, renewal or reconstruction, we will be getting a deductions on account of the interest on loan which we have taken for all these conditions. but earlier it was not the case. Self-occupied property, we get only deduction for purchase and construction, but for let out house property, we get for repair also, renewal, along with reconstruction. So all these conditions we get deductions under section 24B. And there is no limit on the quantum of interest which can be claimed under deduction under section 24B. That means the 2 lakh criteria and the 30,000 criteria does not apply in let out house property. But some things we need to see here while giving the interest, while taking the deduction on interest. Okay, that means the full amount we can take deductions, but there are some criteria of pre-construction interest and post-construction interest. So let us see what is the criteria for finding out the deductions on interest of let out house property, interest on loan for let out house property. We divide the period into two parts, that is pre-construction period and post-construction period interest. Okay, what is the pre-construction period interest? We will be seeing this with an example. See, say we have taken a loan of 10 lakh rupees with a rate of interest of 12%, and we have taken this loan on 1st of say July 2015. Okay, we have taken this loan, and this loan had the construction of this house for which this loan has been taken has been completed in the year on 30th of say November 2017. Okay, but we have repaid the amount completed. This is completed. Okay, completed construction on 30th of November. It has been completed construction, and repayment date is how much? Repayment date is 31st of say January 2019. The loan has been repaid. Okay, so for finding out the pre-construction period interest, what we will see that on which date we have taken the loan. We have taken the loan on 1st of July 2015. Till we will be seeing the construction period. These period will be the pre-construction period. Okay, but here one condition is there. Even though it has been completed on 30th of November 2017, we will be taking the preceding 31st March. Okay, 31st March immediately prior to the date of completion. The date of completion is 30/11, but the preceding 31st March is 31st of March 2017. Yes. So the pre-construction period interest will be for these periods from 1st July 2015 to 31st of March 2017. And from this period, we will be taking till the repayment period as post-construction period interest will be calculated. Okay, so to calculate the pre-construction period interest, we will calculate the period from 1/7/2015, okay, till 2015 to 16. Our month will be how much? From July it is, so it will be 9 months till 31st March 2016. It will be 9 months. And from 1st April 2016 to 31st March 2017, it will be 1 year. Yes, it will be 1 year. So for this time period, we will be finding out the pre-construction period interest. So how much will be? The loan amount is 10 lakh rupees. Yes, into 12% we will be taking 12%. And first, say first we will be finding for this 2015-16. Yes, first for this year we will finding. So it will be 9 months into 12, and the amount comes out to be 90,000. Yes, comes out to be 90,000. And for this 2016-17, the amount will be 10 lakh rupees into 12%. Here it is for 12 months only, so will be 1 lakh 20,000, right? 1 lakh 20,000 will be the amount. So total pre-construction period interest comes out to be 2,10,000. Yes, 2,10,000. But this pre-construction period interest, we provide deduction in 5 annual installments. In 5 annual installments, we will be getting deduction for this pre-construction period interest. So from the date of completion of the construction, we will be getting deduction, because earlier we were constructing only, the house property was not there. In 2017 only it has been completed. That means we will get deduction from year 2017-18. We will be getting for 2017-18. Then 18-19 we will be getting 5 installment we will be getting, right? 18-19 we will be getting, then 19-20. Yes, then 20-21 and 21 and 22. Yes, for 5 installments. So in 2007, in this question is for say for assessment year 2018-19. Okay, for assessments of the previous year 18-19 we will be calculating. Okay, the pre-construction and the post-construction period interest. If the previous year is 2018-19, we will be taking the assessment year as 19-20. Yes. So previous year interest of these pre-construction period interest is how much? 2,10,000 divided by 5. For 5 installments we will be getting, and it comes out to be 42,000, right? 42,000. That means 2017-18 we will be getting 42,000, 18-19 42,000. This way we will be getting 42,000 for 5 installments. Yes, 40,000 we will be getting deductions. Is it clear? So for 2000, accounting year 19-20 is our assessment year. Previous year is how much? 18-19. Yes, for 18-19, what is our pre-construction period interest? It is 42,000 only. So pre-construction period interest we have find out as 42,000. Now coming to this post-construction period interest. For post-construction period interest, see our constructions. Let me rub out. Okay. See, for post-construction period interest, our date was how much? 30th 11/2017 was our completion date. Yes, but we have taken till 31st of March 2017. So from here to the date of repayment, it will be my post-construction period interest. And remember, the post-construction interest we will be getting on that year only. Okay, on that year only, for which year I have incurred any interest, where I have paid any interest. And my assessment previous year was how much? Previous year was 2018-19. Yes, 2018-19. So for 18-19, I will be finding out my post-construction period interest. For finding out that, see, if we find out the total post-construction period interest, how much we will be getting from 31st March to 31st March 2018, it will be 1 year. Yes, that means 2017-18. My time period is 1 year. I will be finding out the interest for 1 year. Then from 1st April 2018 to how much? 31st of December, 31st of March 2019 will be my 1 year. But the repayment period is how much? The repayment period is 31st of January. 31st of January. So from 1st April 2018 to 31st January 2019, it will be how much? 10 months. Yes, 1 year here and here 10 months. I require the post-construction period interest for the previous year 2018-19. Do I require this 2017-18? No, I do not require, because on which year I have paid, on that year only I will be getting deduction. This deduction I have already got in 2018-19 assessment year, for the previous year 2017-18, and this year as previous year this was 18-19. Yes, I will be getting deduction for this month, 10 months only, as the repayment has been completed on 31st of January only. Yes, it will be 10 months. So what is the amount? It will be 10 lakh into 12% only deductions is been given. The rate was 12% into how much? 10 months. 10 by 12. So the amount comes out to be 1 lakh. Yes. So my total deduction will be how much? 1/5 of the interest pertaining to pre-construction period interest, and we have already find out by dividing it by 2,10,000 into 5. We got how much? 42,000. The pre-construction period for 2018-19 previous year is how much? 42,000. And the post-construction period interest for this 2018-19 is how much? 1 lakh. Yes, it is 1 lakh. So total amount comes out to be 1,42,000. 1,42,000. Yes. So this is our deductions which we will be getting in our lacked out house property. Is it clear? And I hope it is clear with the assessment and the previous year. You all know. See, assessment is the year on which we will be getting the deduction for our previous year. Our previous year is 2018-19. So the post construction period interest has only been taken for the 2018-19. Okay, and as this has already we have already got this deduction. But for pre-construction period interest, we will be calculating all the deductions, and then we will be dividing it by 5, as we will be getting for 5 equal installments. I hope it is clear. See this question, what it says that Mr. X owns 2 house property. Okay, 2 house properties are there, and these properties are used for residential purpose. Once you see this question, that 2 houses are there and it is self-occupied. That means house 1 and house 2. NAV will be how much? It will be nil. For both the houses will be nil. Okay. And let us see whether something interest on loan has been given. Yes. So we get deduction under section 24. A it will be 0 only, as a 30% deduction on NAV will be 0 only. And the section 24B deduction will be how much? The interest on loan is 17 lakh and 12 lakh. And we know we get for self-occupied property deduction is 2 lakh and 30,000. Whatever condition is being satisfied. That's seen here. The loan has been taken after 1/4/1999 and it is for construction purpose. So, and nothing has been said about the completion of the house. That means we will consider it as it has been completed within 5 years. Okay. So what will be the deduction? The first condition is that it has been taken for construction purpose. It is fulfilled. Second condition is that it has been taken after 1/4/1999 and it is also fulfilled. And third condition that nothing has been said, so we will be taking that it has been completed within 5 years. The construction has been completed. So if these conditions are satisfied, the deduction amount is how much? 2 lakh rupees. For both these houses, we will get a deduction of 2 lakh. So you will not be getting separately for both this house 1 and house 2. Total deduction you are getting 2 lakh. You will not be getting for this 2 lakh, for this house 2 lakh. No, that is not the case. For our self-occupied house property, the deduction of 2 lakh is being given if these 3 conditions are being satisfied. Construction is for construction of house we have taken the loan. It is taken after 1/4/1999 and the construction of house has been completed within 5 years. So the deduction amount is 2 lakh. If these conditions were not fulfilled, then the deduction amount would be 30,000 and not 2 lakh. Is it clear? So from these two houses, the income from house property will be how much? Will be lost, that means in here 2 lakh rupees will be our deduction. Here we are getting deductions. Yes. So income loss from house property, you can write here loss from our house property is how much? 2 lakh. Is it clear? Okay. See, in this question, Mr. X owns a house property consisting of Unit 1 and Unit 2. Unit 1 is self-occupied and Unit 2 is rented out. Okay, we know for self-occupied property, we do not need to find the NAV as the NAV is nil. Yes, NAV is nil. So, but we get a deduction under here. Under section 24A, A is 30% of this nil, so it will be 0 only. And from B, we will be getting deduction. And that will be how much? The loan amount. Interest on construction of house property is 63,000, and this is 63,000 is for the whole house property. If Unit 1 is for self-occupied and Unit 2 is for let out, so we'll have to find for this 50% what is the interest on loan. Interest on loan. So what we will be doing? 63,000, 50%, 50% for the Unit 1. Yes. So how much it comes out? It comes out to be 31,500. Yes. But we will not be getting this 31,500 as deduction because there is a condition. We get a deduction of 30,000 or 2 lakh, whichever is the condition. In here, the condition which is fulfilled is the loan has been taken prior to 1/4/1999. That means if it is prior to 1/4/1999, the deduction amount is 30,000. We'll be getting deduction of 30,000. Okay. So our loss from the house property is how much? 30,000. 30,000 is the loss from our house property. This is the deduction amount. Yes. I hope it is clear. Now coming to the let out house property, what it's see, we will have to find out the NAV here. The municipal value in here is 1,30,000, and this 1,30,000 we will have to find out 50%. Yes, because the municipal value for the property has been given, not for the Unit 2. For Unit 2, we will have to find out by multiplying it by 50%. So it comes out to be 50% of 1,30,000, 65,000. So 65,000 is the municipal value. Then again we will have to find out the fair value, fair rent. The fair rent again we will find out by 50%, multiplying it by 50%. The fair rent is 1,40,000 into 50%. It comes out to be 70,000. It comes out to be 70,000. So higher of this two we will be taking as higher of this two, that is 70,000. Yes. Now we have been given with the standard rent also. Standard rent also same, we will be finding out 50% of 1,25,000. It comes out to be 62,500. 62,500. And expected rent will be lower of this two. Lower of this two, it is 62,500. Yes. And now we'll be calculating the actual rent. See, actual rent will not be multiplying with 50% because rent has been given for the Unit 2 only. So it will be 6,000 into 12 months. It comes out to be 6,000 into 12 months. It comes out to be 72,000. And we also know that the rent for 2 months has not been given. So unrealized rent will be deducted from this actual rent. And it comes out to be 6,000 into 2, that is 12,000. 12,000 will be deducting, and we get actual rent of 60,000. And we will be taking higher of this expected rent and actual rent as the gross annual value. Gross annual value comes out to be 62,500. And from the 62,500, we will have to deduct the municipal tax to find out the NAV. Yes, municipal tax is how much? Municipal tax is 12% has been paid. So 12% of this municipal value will be doing 12% of this municipal value, that is 65,000. And 65,000 we have find out by multiplying 1,30,000 into 50%. Okay, so it comes out to be 7,800. Yes, 7,800. 7,800 will be deducting from here municipal tax, and we will be getting an NAV of 54,700. 54,700 is our NAV. See, from here, to find out the income from house property, we will also have to give the deductions. Yes, so to give the deductions, what we will be doing from this NAV which we have calculated, NAV is how much? Our 54,700. Yes, from this 54,700 we will give a deduction under section 24A, and it is how much? It is 30% of the NAV. 30% of 54,700 of NAV. Okay, so NAV is 54,700. It comes out to be this 16,410. 16,410. Yes, so deducting this amount, 30% of NAV is 16,410. And again under section 24B, as we have also interest on loan, we'll have to give the interest on loan also as deduction, and in here we will be getting the full amount as deduction. The full amount was how much? 50% of this 63,000. 50% was for self-occupied and 50% was for let out. So in let out case, we get the whole amount as deduction. Yes, as nothing has been mentioned, so the whole amount will be getting as deduction. It is 31,500. Yes, so we will be deducting this 54,700 minus 16,400 minus 31,500. We get 6,790 as our income from the house property 2, unit 2. And in order to find out the total house property, what we will do, we will take total house property income. Yes, what we will be doing, this 30,000 which was our loss, yes, it came in negative, plus this 6,790. Yes, and we get 23,210, which is a negative figure as our house property income. I hope this 50% is clear. 50% is for the house property. It consists of two units, the let out part and the self occupied. So our municipal value has been given for the whole house property, but when we find out for the let out part only, we will have to find out for that part only. So that's why we have multiplied the 50% of whatever value it is been given for this municipal value, fair rent. We'll find out the 50%. Clear?